How's it going, everybody? This is Top of Drop. I hope you're having a great day, and welcome back to another video. Alright folks, we are officially at the halfway mark of Ramadan, which means we are at the halfway mark for our traditional Ramadan fast food challenges, and for this one I went back to Wawa. Now they have a pretty decent bakery area there, and they have at least 12 donuts there at the bakery shop. Well, I happen to have all 12 of them right here, and I'm going to see how fast I can take each and every one of them down. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the Wawa Dozen Donut Challenge. Now obviously I was there not that long ago to eat their 16 diameter pizza. That was very good, and I've also tried a whole bunch of their items since 10. They really have some really good food there, especially hot and cold ones as well. But obviously their bakery also stands out as well. They got some pretty good items, and obviously they have some pretty good donuts there as well that I have never tried before, and so I felt like that I would go ahead and try all of their donuts right here. Now they all have labels on them, so I'll tell you which one is which as we get through the challenge. But obviously this is the 8th dozen donut challenge that I've done, and this is going to be very interesting to see how this goes. So yeah, we're not going to waste too much time right here. I have all my donuts right here along with a plate, just in case things get a little bit messy. I don't have any napkins, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to be a little bit careful here. And finally, I have the stopwatch on my phones to see how fast I can take down a dozen donuts from Wawa. So we're not going to waste any further time. Let's get right into it. Alright folks, so my strategy is going to be the way that you see it right now and how it is laid out. I'm going to start out with all the smaller donuts first, and then we'll work our way down to the bigger ones at the very end. But either way, this is the Wawa Dozen Donut Challenge. Can we get this whole thing done? We're going to find out. The sugar rush begins in 3, 2, 1. And we are going to go ahead and get started with the plain old-fashioned donut. So let's get started. Not usually my style of donut, but hey, it's not bad. Alright, next up we have our glazed donut. Now that's a good donut right there. I like this one. Alright, here's their blueberry donut. Right, here's the vanilla frosted sprinkle. Right, here's the chocolate sprinkle. Right, here's a strawberry frosted one. This next one may not look like a donut, but it definitely is to Wawa standards, is the glazed twist donut. I believe that's exactly what it's called. But either way, here we go. Alright, next up, the cinnamon sugar twist. That one's a little hard to chew, however, we still got that done. We just got 4 donuts left to go. Here now is the Boston cream donut. Yeah, unfortunately, not one of the better Boston cream donuts I've had in my life. Alright, next up is the caramel cream filled donut. Barely tasted any of the caramel cream fill in this donut here, so unfortunately it doesn't taste that good. But either way though, we're gonna get through this one. We just got a couple more donuts left to go. Next up is the glazed coffee roll. Alright folks, we've arrived at our final donut, and it is the apple fritter. But let me tell you something, this thing looks absolutely massive. But you know what, it's the last donut. Try to see if we can get it done in another half hour. We're gonna get through this thing. This is painful. Alright, here we go. Hopefully this is it right here. Oh man, that was painful. Alright folks, so it took a little bit longer than I thought I would to complete it, but we have done it. We have eaten the Wawa Dozen Donuts Challenge. Obviously some of those donuts were pretty good, however, some of the others were a little bit hard to chew, but either way, the goal was still to finish, and that's exactly what we did. We managed to do it in a time of 32 minutes and 27 seconds. So yeah, obviously, this was not as fun of a dozen donut challenge than I thought it was going to be. I mean, it started out alright, however, the further along I got in the challenge, unfortunately, it just got really harder and harder from there. And so, obviously, I do not think Wawa's donuts are really the best donuts there is out there, though. There are still a couple that they have there, the bakery item that I just tried here, that are still pretty good, but I will admit the last few items were really a pain to really get down. However, obviously they still have a whole bunch of other good items, obviously, to go along with their bakery stuff. So obviously, if you're ever nearby Wawa, go check them out. Hot food, cold food, or maybe even their bakery, but just don't do what I did. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. As always, if you want to receive more of my content, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when my latest video is released. Comment below for future suggestions for all my videos, whether it's blogs, practice, or challenges, you name it. Leave it in the comments below and I'll do my best to make them. As always, follow me on my social media. All the links are in the description below. That's going to do it for this video. I hope you're having a great day. And as always, I hope to see all of you again in another video very soon. So long, everybody.